Cheyenne Brando lived quietly with her mother by an idyllic beach on the west coast of Tahiti, but her island paradise existence was shattered in May 1990. Cheyenne's Tahitian fiancé Dag Drollett was shot and killed at Marlon Brando's Hollywood Hills home. The film star tried to resuscitate Drollett before calling the police. His son Christian was jailed for manslaughter. After lengthy legal wrangling, charges of complicity in the killing by Cheyenne were dropped, but evidence was given that she had complained that Drollett had beaten her. Cheyenne's body was found in a bedroom at her mother's home. Her family said she had hanged herself. Relatives said Cheyenne had been depressed since the death of Drollett. They said she had tried 3 times before to take her own life. The gates to the home where Cheyenne died remained barred to the media, and her 71-year-old father is refusing to comment on this latest tragic twist in his family life. It's not known if he'll fly to Tahiti for his daughter's funeral.
Good evening, everybody. It's now the 11 o'clock hour. Art Rascone reports on today's bail hearing for Christian Brando, where prosecutors said they feared he might run if released.
Movie star Marlon Brando looked distraught as he watched his handcuffed son enter the courtroom. 32-year-old Christian Brando was charged with first-degree murder and illegal possession of firearms. His defense attorneys pleaded for bail, arguing Brando is no threat to society. But prosecutor Stephen Barshop played hard on the first-degree murder charge, calling it a no-bail case. After a rebuttal from defense attorneys, the judge, without hesitancy, gave the word.
The court finds that there's no basis for setting bail in this case, and it's going to remain no bail.
The no-bail ruling hit the Brando family hard. Some left the courtroom in tears. The elder Brando was visibly hurt and disappointed.
I believe my son to be
get the shotgun
charges brought by the... Hello? How are you, prosecutor?
I thought she made up her mind before she got here. I don't know what pressures were applied on the outside. I just think that this was an outrageous decision and that she misused her power.
Misery has come to my house. It has also come to the house of Mr. Jack Drolet in Tahiti, and we must stand up to it. We must just be strong, and I think as a family with love and supporting each other, we will prevail.
Hard copy went to the island paradise that became Marlon Brando's second home, where people are still horrified by the shooting that has shocked all Tahiti. We learned that the victim, Doug Drolet, was an island sports champion. It was his fame as a motorbike racer that attracted Cheyenne Brando, one of French Polynesia's most sought-after beauties. They met at a papiete disco, took long rides through the island's magical interior, sometimes rode waves together. Just 2 months ago, they moved into this house and prepared for the arrival of their new baby. But everyone on the island knew that no matter how happy Cheyenne Brando appeared, she still had not totally recovered from a serious automobile accident. It happened last August and cut short her dance and modeling career. Since the accident, she's been coming to her father's estate in Los Angeles, where she underwent first plastic surgery and more recently psychiatric care. Earlier this month, she brought her Tahitian boyfriend with her, and it was a trip from which Doug Drolet would never return. According to Christian Brando's defense attorney, Cheyenne told her brother her boyfriend had been slapping her around. Ever since the filming of Mutiny on the Bounty almost 30 years ago, Tahiti has held a special lure for Marlon Brando. Now, no matter what happens to his son's case, no matter what the future of his half-Polynesian daughter, for Marlon Brando, Tahiti will never quite be the same again.
In a recent and rare public appearance, Marlon Brando spoke of the pain of knowing his 32-year-old son, Christian, was in jail for shooting another man. It was the latest episode in a long history of family tragedy.
I don't think it's important to consider the nationality of a woman that you're choosing for a wife.
When Marlon Brando made that statement many years ago, he could not have anticipated Mexican, Indian, and Tahitian wives, 9 children, including one by the family maid, tragic love affairs, the most public child custody battle in Hollywood history. His child custody battle with his first wife, Indian actress Anna Kashfi, became national news. Divorce lawyer Marvin Mitchelson represented Kashfi at one point and says it was more than just a battle, it was a war.
It can't be in the best interest of a child to have to go through a custody fight of those dimensions, and a bitter one, as bitter a one as I've ever seen.
The long fight was over the couple's son, Christian Debbie Brando, and it was so emotional the parents to this day refer to their son by different names. Christian for Marlon, Debbie for Kashfi. At one point there was a claim of kidnapping by hippies hired by Kashfi. Marlon Brando asked private investigator J.J. Arms to find his son. Arms flew into Mexico in a helicopter and recovered the 13-year-old boy.
On the last little tent that I found was Christian Brando.
Brando continued to confound his admirers when he married his Tahitian co-star from the film Mutiny on the Bounty. then retreated for months at a time to a South Pacific island. His son, Christian, left struggling to find himself, got married and divorced, and tried to cope with his father's Olympian image.
Actually, I've started breaking the modeling business, and I've done some stuff, and but I mean, I'm slowly breaking into it.
But on the night of May 16th, something happened to Christian Brando. He has admitted he shot his sister's boyfriend to death at the Brando home. He was arrested and held without bail. For the very private Marlon Brando, the public spotlight was once again painfully bright.
Talk about his sister's whereabouts or the murder case, but did talk about how his brother Christian is handling all of this.
He's doing fine.
He is.
He's doing
good. How's he feel right now at this point? His spirits up? Explain the unit.
Spirits are up. He's thinking positive.
She is mysterious, exotic, and some say very troubled. She's been at the center of a murder case. She's attempted suicide, admitted to drug abuse, and become a mother, all before her 24th birthday. She is Cheyenne Brando.